Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Banjo-Tooie. Last time, we started to explore a third world here in the game, Witchyworld, and we end up here on the western side, ready to enter the crazy castle exhibit. So, let's go ahead and enter this area. As you can see here, we got a fun house we can go ahead and use. But we got ourselves another ginger to save. Looks like a member of the Blue family, so let's go ahead and save him. I'm a Minjo, arch enemy of the Jinjos. Minjos are jerks. They literally exist just to trick the player. They look like Jinjos, they call for help like Jinjos, but once you get near them, they attack you. So yeah, they're not friendly. Now we're going to be seeing them in every new level of the game, so keep your eye out for Minjos. They're no fun. Forget it, punk. You won't be needing that flea bag with you to learn this one. Why, you cheeky? So, Jam Jars there is going to teach us a new move that only one of the two can learn. And this is our first introduction of when Jam Jars is only going to teach one of the two here in this combo move. So, he needs to learn a move from Banjo. Conveniently for us in the last episode, we learned how to split the two up. So using these split up pads, let's go ahead and separate them. You have split up. To change to the other character, stand on your pad or near a swap cloud and press B. To rejoin, simply touch the two characters together. So that sounds simple enough, just basically be on the right pad to swap and just let those two reunite, and Banjo-Kazooie is once again a singular character. But now with Banjo alone, let's go ahead and learn a new move here from Jam Jars. Banjo's now got an empty pack, so why not use it to attack? Just press X and round it swings. Bumps and bruises to baddies it brings. That'll be all. Dismissed. So now we've learned an attack that Banjo himself can use with the backpack. Not exactly sure why he needed to learn this from Jam Jars. You would think, I could just do this by myself, but now Banjo needs someone else to teach him this move. You can actually do something with this move that kind of breaks the game a little bit. You can basically use this move as a double jump, so simply just jump in the air, use your attack, and then jump again. For some reason, this move resets your jump, and we can use this to our advantage to actually get things early in Banjo-Tooie. So, I want to go ahead and stay on this switch, which just has Banjo's face on it, and now we can go ahead and press the B button to swap over to Kazooie. We need to be careful here with Kazooie, because she doesn't know how to attack by herself, and just like Banjo, she needs to learn a move in order to attack with herself, but it's not in this world, it won't be coming up until a little bit later, so we just have to be careful for now. But we activated both of these switches on the Pump Master 2. Doing so will inflate this funhouse outside, so now we can go ahead and enter it. And I'm actually going to go ahead and enter this building with just Kazooie. There are two mini games we can actually play in this funhouse, one with just Kazooie, and then one that Banjo and Kazooie can play together. So let's go ahead and just play the first one here with Kazooie. So as you see, as soon as we come in the funhouse, we got two doors here. One that's open, and the other one that has Banjo-Kazooie's face. So let's go ahead and enter the open door here. Welcome to the Hoop Hurry Challenge. You have 60 seconds and wish to score 30 points. You want to hear the rules? For the sake of time, we're going to skip these rules and I'll just explain them as we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So the goal of this game here is to get 30 points, just like Grunty said. You want to go ahead and jump through these hoops in order to get the points. Red ones are worth 1 point, green hoops are worth 2, and the blue hoops are worth 3. So anytime we see these bigger numbered hoops, we want to go ahead and jump through those, but as you can see, the more the points these hoops are worth, the smaller they are. So red ones are gigantic, green ones are the middle of the road, they're not too small, but they're also not that big either, and then these blue ones are really tiny, so they're really hard to jump through. But they're still not that bad to jump through, so I say whenever you see a blue hoop, just try it, and if it doesn't work out for you after like 2 or 3 attempts, move on to a different hoop. But it's really not that bad to get 30 points in this game. As you can see, I already have more than 30. In fact, I'm going to just smash the record on this game. I'm up to 58 now. This is ridiculous. This game is really not that hard. Honestly, the speed shoes really help in this game, but I don't really think you need the speed shoes to get 30 points. You can probably get that score without the shoes. But we did it! No, you can't have! You scored enough points to win my Hoop Hurry prize. Do you want to play again? No, there's no reason to. Once you get the Jiggy from this game, there's nothing left, so just deny Grunty's invitation to play again. There's no point. Let's get out of here. Now, we could go ahead and just use these split-up pads here to swap back over the Banjo and then just have him come outside to reunite with Kazooie, but I'm just going to have Kazooie go back into the Pump Master room and then just reunite with Banjo here. So there we go. I'm going to wait on collecting that Jiggy until we get the other one from the Funhouse, simply just because it'd be easier to get two at once. And can you just get away from me, cowboy? Seriously, just every time I turn around, he's right in my face, and I don't like it. And now with Banjo-Kazooie reunited, let's head back into this castle and play Grunty's minigame number 2 that's in here. So now the Banjo-Kazooie door is opened up, so let's go ahead and head inside. Welcome to the Balloon Burst Challenge. You have 60 seconds in which to score 50 points. Do you want to hear the rules? No, there's no need. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So just like the last game, we want to go ahead and shoot down specific balloons for points. Red balloons are worth 1, green are worth 2, and blue are worth 3. So, again, there's really no reason for us to listen to these rules because they're pretty self-explanatory. But this game is a little bit harder than the hoop challenge that we just did with Kazooie, simply because we need more points, but they give you more than enough balloons to work with in this challenge, so we shouldn't really have too many issues. The only problem is honestly aiming at these balloons, as you can see. But in order to actually play this game, we need to learn the aerial shooting ability from Jam Jars first. So if you didn't learn that move from Jam Jars already in this world, then this minigame will be locked out to you. You wouldn't be able to actually enter this area yet. But we have it, so we can go ahead and easily play this game. Luckily, they give you infinite airmail, so I just recommend here, hold down the shoot button at all times, and just go ahead and aim at all the balloons you see. Don't try to get any specific ones in this game, just get whatever balloon is closest to you, and you should be able to make the point threshold with no problem whatsoever. Oh, it's so unfair. You scored enough points to win my Balloon Burst prize. There you go. Now we got both of the Jiggies from this castle, so we're done here. And no, Grunty, we don't want to play again. There's no point. Now, what's interesting about this room is that if you land here on the ground, as you can see, we're still flying. This room is programmed so that you will never actually get out of your flight mode. Simply just because if you had to worry about landing on the ground and getting on a flight pad to play again, you wouldn't really have enough time to score enough points in that game. So they just programmed it so you don't have to worry about flying at all. You can just stay in the air as long as you want, and as you've seen there, we didn't use any feathers when we were flapping around. So it's just infinite flight in that game, which is really nice. Let's go ahead and grab these two Jiggies and get out of here, because we're done at this side of the map. So, go ahead and grab this Jiggy, and let's go. Gonna just go ahead and flutter down here just to be safe. I don't really trust myself, and I feel like if I just jump down normally, I'd probably die. So, yeah, let's not do that. So now we're back out here at the big tent, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and grab this little note, and we're gonna make our way inside this tent and see what lies inside. We've been seeing this thing throughout our adventure here in Witchyworld so far, but we don't even know what's inside of it yet. So let's go ahead and see. Let me see your tickets, buddy. Tickets? What do we need them for? 4 tickets are required to enter Conga's Big Top. No tickets, no entry. Right. Let's go find some tickets. So, interesting thing about that guy there, that's actually a returning boss from Banjo-Kazooie. Conga there was the boss of the first world, and he just threw oranges at you, so that's a big promotion for him. He went from boss to a worker here. I'm glad to see he found a job after the first day of just, throwing oranges at us. Kinda needed to evolve from that state and actually get a good paycheck. But now, let's go ahead and enter Wumba's hut here. And you would think, why would we enter here right now? We don't even have ourselves a Globo. But as you see, there's just a Globo sitting in here, so this is a very easy one to collect. You have Globo. Want to give to Humpa? Yes, we do. Sure, I'll just throw it in. Magic ready. Jump in Wumba's pool. Alright, let's go ahead and do so. It's time for us to use the transformation here in World 4, which is very interesting. We're a big old van. Wumba call this van. Van carries much coins. Use left stick to move, and press the X button for horn. Yeah, this is a interesting transformation to say the least, because you can't really do much as a van, but it's a really useful transformation. For starters, we're invincible, so we can go ahead and run over these slot machines and find ourselves some tickets for Conga's Big Top. So, we're just going to go ahead and use the van here to get these tickets very easily. You can go ahead and use grenade eggs also to destroy those slot machines, but I'd rather do it as a van. It's just really weird to be a van. The van here I like a lot, actually, because just in terms of how it's used, it's very simple, as you can see. We're just mainly opening up doors, and then we're also going to be using this van to pay for certain attractions so we can go ahead and use them. But the fact that this van is invincible is really nice, and it does move pretty quick too, as you can see. So it's a very weird yet interesting transformation. But there's really not that much we can really do just yet here as the van. We're mainly just going to be driving around the world here and using its horn to open up certain doors. Like this one here, for example, that holds a treble clef. Definitely want that because I want as many noses as I can carry right now. But now let's go ahead and drive back over to the Inferno area and tackle this slot machine over here, which should give us our 4th ticket. So now we have all the tickets we need to go ahead and enter Conga's tent. But we want to go ahead and come over here to where it says pay here. Pay here to enter the fearsome furnace of the Inferno. The ride is now open. It's too bad that mouth doesn't stay open. Honestly, I don't know why they programmed to open and shut every few seconds like this. It's kind of a waste of time if you want to be honest. You can actually get hurt from this if you're playing as Banjo-Kazooie normal. But as the van, we don't need to worry about getting hit at all, so the open and shutting thing is just kind of pointless, in my opinion. Just didn't really need to be a thing, but it just is. But there we go. Got ourselves another page here from Cheeto. And as the van, we can actually go ahead and drive in this lava. We're invincible, so we don't care about lava. And I want to go ahead and activate this pad. And before we go ahead and use it, I'm going to drive over here and get ourselves a Globo. So now we got ourselves a Globo we can use for Mumbo. And we'll be doing that here in just a moment. But first, I need to actually transform back into Banjo-Kazooie, because we're done with the van for now. There's one other use with this thing, but unfortunately, it's locked behind a thing that Mumbo has to do. So we're going to actually have to transform back to the van later, since we can't really get into that area just yet we need it for. I do like, though, whenever you transform back out of the van, Banjo's just on his back floating out of the pool. It looks really weird, but it's a really nice detail. So let's go ahead and make our way back over to Mumbo's hut here. And now, let's go ahead and wake up Mumbo, because we need his help now. We're going to go ahead and use Mumbo's magic to activate a couple of different things in this level, because there are some areas we're just flat out locked out of without his help. So, let's go ahead and ask if he can help us out. Welcome again, Baron Bird. Got a Globo. Yeah, I heard this speech before, so just throw it in bag if you want help. Alright, so throw it in. Throw it in, Banjo. There you go. Too bad we can't really skip this text. For some reason, in the N64 version, you can go ahead and press the L, R, and B buttons to skip text. For some reason, they removed that from the Xbox port. I have no idea why they removed the feature to skip dialogue, but they did. And it's really odd because that would have been a really nice thing to use. Unfortunately, there's only certain things of dialogue you can skip by just pressing the B button. Not all of it can be skipped like in Banjo-Tooie on N64. So unfortunately for me, I kind of have a slightly inferior version for just speeding through, but it's not really that big of a deal, especially for Let's Play's sake. You kind of need to show all the text. But now it's time to use Mumbo's magic to activate this thing here. Mumbo's power here in Witchyworld is, well, power. He simply has the ability to activate things here in the level, so we're basically using him as a glorified generator right now. We're going to go ahead and use all the power he has to turn on certain attractions. So here, we're lighting up the way in Area 51. So now, the runway's all lit up. And as you can see, it also affects the space area here, so the Saucer Apparel has a lit up base as well, but there's nothing there right now. Honestly, doesn't really help us just yet, but activating this now will be helping us out in a short amount of time. You'll see what I mean once we get to that point. Let's go ahead and make our way back over to the warp point here and make our way to the space area now, because Mumbo will be used in this specific section. So, here in the space world, we got ourselves another thing we can go ahead and activate over here. But first things first, get out of here, dude. You're in my way. So now it's time to activate this area here, the Dodgem Dome. Dodgem Dome is something we can go ahead and interact with Banjo-Kazooie, but this is the weird catch with the transformation. The Dodgem Dome requires the van to go inside and pay for the transaction. But unfortunately for us, there's no way to get in there until we use Mumbo. But you need to use the transformation to unlock Mumbo in this world. So, this is the start of a weird backtracking issue sometimes Banjo-Tooie introduces. So, this is a case where we have to use the transformation twice because of how they laid out certain things. Not sure why they did things this way, but it's just something we have to deal with. But in this area here, we want to go ahead and activate our final generator, which is for the Star Spinner. The Star Spinner is really just used for one Jiggy, so out of all the things, it doesn't really seem that important, but it does help us out, so we definitely want this. It's very flashy though, because this whole area lights up and it starts working immediately, so it doesn't just open the door or turn on lights. It actually is a full-blown attraction, which looks really cool when it's all activated. Alright, thanks for activating that, Mumbo. Your service here is done. But, you know, I feel like this little blinking thing shouldn't exist, so let's go ahead and destroy it. Oh, you vandal! You have to pay for any damages caused, you know. Yeah, we can, but I don't wanna. But look, we got another kid here. We'll have to remember that as Banjo-Kazooie, because Mumbo can't really do anything with Boggy's kids. But as you've seen here, that's a Minjo. I know for a fact that's a Minjo before you even attacked me, because that's a white Jinjo. We already got all the white Jinjos, so that is easily seen as a fake. That's another thing with Minjos. They randomize their colors every time you enter a world, so that Minjo could be any color for you, and it depends on what Jinjo you already have collected for how easily you can tell if it's a Minjo from far away. So anytime I see a white Jinjo out in the field now, I know it's a fake, because I got every member of the white Jinjos. There's only one in that family. We got him very early on in this playthrough, so any white Jinjo out there is just a faker. And I'll make sure to take him out as soon as I see him. But that's it for Mumbo, so he's all done. And time for you to take your rest now. Let's go ahead and get out of this area. There's one more thing I want to go ahead and do here while we're in the Inferno, and it's related to this green switch here. So if I step on this switch, as you see as the camera pans all the way up this very tall tower, it's going to activate a jump pad for us to use. But there is a catch with this switch. As soon as we get off of it, it shatters. We need to go ahead and use Banjo-Kazooie separately in order to keep that switch activated and have the other one get to the very top of the tower. So, let's go ahead and separate the two and have Banjo step on that switch to activate the jump pad, and then we'll have Kazooie run up this long giant tower to use said jump pad and get the Jiggy. So now the Banjo's on the switch, let's go ahead and swap over to Kazooie, get ourselves some speed shoes, and run. This section here is kind of annoying if you want to be honest, because these guys are in a really bad spot every time you're trying to get up here. As you can see, we just have these fire animations constantly come down the tower. What I recommend is when they get near you, stop in your tracks and just jump. But as you can see, it's very easy for you to just fall right down the tower. Now, they give you the speed shoes just to make it easier for you to climb up here fast, but there's no time limit here, so don't worry about running out of time with the speed shoes. honestly, you don't even need these in general, so you can just skip these if you don't really feel like using them. I just wanted to go ahead and use them just to make things slightly easier on us. But there you go. That's a Jiggy. And we're done up here, so let's just go ahead and jump straight down and burn our butts in the fire. So unfortunately, we just died, but honestly, it's a good thing because as you've seen, it put us right next to the split pads of the area that we used. So now Banjo-Kazooie are just right next to each other, and we just go ahead and merge once again. But let's go ahead and go back to Wumba's hut here and use the transformation real quick so we can go ahead and open up the Dodgem Dome properly. So this will be our final use of the transformation, so we might as well just get it out of the way now and just go ahead and pay for this stupid thing. Don't know why they did this. Again, this is just something you'd start to see in this world, and it is going to be an issue with other worlds as well. They do the same thing in later worlds of the game. It's a little unfortunate, but it's really not too big of a deal since all we gotta do is come in here, pay, and leave. Pay here to enter the bone-jarring Dodgem challenges. The ride is now open. So there you go, ride's open. But if you try to enter here with a van, Grunty would just basically tell you you're not allowed. Not so fast. Dodgem Challenge is only open to the stupid bear and bird. Together. So yeah, van's not allowed to go in there. Honestly, that's probably for the best because a giant van like this in a bumper cars challenge, yeah, you gotta imagine the result. It'd be very easy for the van to win. So yeah, I can understand Grunty's logic with that one. Let's go ahead and transform back into Banjo-Kazooie, and we're done with that van, so go ahead and turn off the engine and leave it be. Let's make our way back over to the space world and get ready to enter the Dodgem Dome, but we're not going to be doing that this episode because I want to go ahead and save the rest of the Witchyworld exploring for next time. So with that said, next time on Let's Play Banjo-Tooie, we'll go ahead and take on the challenges here in the Dodgem Dome. I'll see you guys next time.